Finding the Way, Chapter 6, Third Guidepost. Inspiration is a call for reflection, self-reflection to grow a good spirit.
Me?
Look into me to change.
But they're crazy. Believe weird stuff.
Played by
bad kids into acting bad.
Or adults into bad attitudes, parroting media on a rip, pundits bashing the bad side, political rallies, fueling fury, sermons crafted to induce feeling anxious, wary, edgy, guilty, and negative towards what is real. The first two guideposts,
Reality and inward pointing emotions.
as twisted by the self-centered into what they want to hear, and
The third guidepost, inspiration, as chewed beyond recognition by those under the influence of bad beliefs, hurts, or primordial needs.
so to determine if inspiration could be the third guidepost. While caught between two growing sides, I wrote a story of a protagonist also caught in between. My tale was set in the aftermath of the crucifixion, with Jewish zealots fighting Roman legions days before the temple would be destroyed during the 70 AD siege of Jerusalem. I gave my fictional grandfather a mission to save a library for future generations. The very writing also forming the Dead Sea Scrolls that were being hidden at that time, an 8-hour downhill walk to the east. I focused on the parts detailing ritual purification through temple sacrifices, something I found worthy of overturning stalls in a
Den of thieves.
but that attitude is why it took years of rewrites for my main character to surface real, neither zealot nor secularist, but loving a library. A library is nonfiction.
And tales, songs, dreams, premonitions, intuitions, crafted portrayals of bad and inspiration to grow.
Yet I viewed zealots as missing the richness, turning its believers into minions.
That's a cute minion.
It is.
Bug-eyed even.
In the fight to loot the temple,
I
I perceived the looters as bug-eyed too. One-sided, like ignoring the scientific method, observation, question, hypothesis, experimentations, analysis, and conclusion, being inadequate to address issues of the heart and spirit. Aesthetics,
Beauty,
ethics,
right and wrong.
theatrics,
drama.
coincidences and chance meetings.
Happenings time reveals as important.
So both the study of what is
Science,
and the study of what is the purpose
religion,
is valuable. Not a fight, not caricatures of
Bleeding hearts.
and
teachers of the law.
fashioning a crown of thorns, firing up pushy priests, and enabling vendors and priests to live off someone else's sacrifices. I saw these two extremes as opposites and unprotected sides on the way to spirit, which requires I center myself between the edges and walk to
Where I am to go.
Who I am, what is best, and
What it why it matters.
thank you. The way is a bridge to a good spirit if I am open to both sides having things to say, seen in the biblical hero's common sense.
if a man's son fell into a well on the Sabbath, despite rescuing being work,
And at odds with Sabbath laws.
a father would work and work hard.
But like an avalanche still visible in midsummer, the effects of the great science religion fight had not melted away when I began my story on saving scrolls, with me expecting to find dirt, not find the way to perceive inspiration in wordplay, drama, parables, and enlightening tales. And that was an
Alien abduction.
of my thoughts. My viewing scriptures is breeding zealots, me wanting to find
Dirt,
in the New Testament too, and finding
teach slaves to obey their masters.
A woman should learn in quietness and full submission.
it would take years for me to realize scriptures were not a toolbox of verses, but humanity's story with good and bad. It would take years for me to realize that proving or disproving a law, slavery, woman's role, polygamy, finds proof in the matter that looking for dirt finds
A narrow path.
no dirt.
Dirt.
It take years for me to see I had to be in the moment without expectations, without bias, for awe to focus me on
A narrow path.
to a good spirit in me. That good spirit uses life's guideposts, inspirations,
Out of the past.
reality,
In the present and
my own heart,
That grows by.
forgiving past hurts, releasing what weighs on me, and stopping defensiveness's endless fights.
Neptune.
That's right. Defensiveness is self absorbed, pushy, a fighter, missing things like distant moons around an alien world, which requires observations over time to see stars hanging with their planet. And that reveals the nature of inspiration. It comes when it comes, not in my timing, not in someone else's take, and not unless I become real, even awed over the spirit of life itself. Yet I have to be present to engage, listen, reflect, and perceive inspiration for what it is.
Communication to the heart.
Not to the mind, not every verse of law or even a truth, in the manner of a sculpted warning to look beyond a
Pretty face. That's not a pretty face.
yeah, it's not, to a person's nature. Such inspiration, fabrication or not, like the wondrous parts of reality, can ignite a fire in me to live, really live. The third guidepost is inspiration for what is good. To
Fill meaningful shoes.
Be awed here by a ladybug roost, into spirit and zest for life.
Let life direct me through its bridges and trails. Reflect on words advocating inner peace, love, and
That's a lot of ladybugs.
yeah, it is. It was a lot. And wisdom. To feel light coming onto me, I am to know inspiration in both Old and New Testament is cut from the same cloth. Stories, drama, parables, wordplay, songs, the times, overstatements, jolts. For me to withstand the scary zealots. So, right, they cower me into
Acting stupid.
that going along or mutinying against the whole of time honored advice. To fall into zealotry or fight it, to cower or go dopey, is to miss inspiration's story of a hero advocating,
spirits over anxiety and
Heart over laws.
but I have to reflect or I become vulnerable to fall into scorn, agitating temper against the non compliant, a Satan using laws to steer thoughts, a ghoul haunting the effort to find the way to be the best I can be.
Ooh.
Yeah. And that claws marks into my spirit, such that I, like both sides of the Zealot secular legion rift, both sides of the ancient Roman siege of Jerusalem, both sides of today's culture war, grr, not grow, aware of life's guideposts to courage. Proper courage does not put on a face or mouth someone else's words, but handles jolts, like in John 6 with its
eat my body and drink my blood.
that ends in a warning of 666 to not be literally gagged into closed mindedness that falls away. And that had me pondering how to read a holy book written to get our attention in the Sermon on the Mount.
If your eye causes you to sin, cut it out.
No.
If someone slaps your cheek, turn your other cheek.
No.
Love your enemies.
No.
In parables, wordplay, and jolting statements, unfair and incomplete,
You must hate your mother and father.
No.
Give away all you have.
No.
Forgive, forgive, forgive.
the unforgivable, as none of us know what another is going through. And it does seem like no. The Bible is deep as a guidepost to reflect. Yet over time, I saw these statements as jolts to perceive.
Fear is not love. Shall is not should.
Gur is not grow.
Anger is not forgiveness. And
Inspiration is not commands, but communications to the heart to feel love and to love.
In a world of storms and cornices, I felt called to focus on being
loved, which breathes life into me, and on loving my neighbor as myself, which also breathes life into me.
such of you is the way to fly
Fly!
into a good spirit, to
Soar and laugh.
in childlike trust, eager to learn. The greatest courage comes to those inspired by life itself. Open to what is good, like.
Love is patient. Love is kind. It does not envy. It does not boast. It is not proud. It does not dishonor others. It is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres.
So inspiration is not a god, idol, or tool to control. It is a guidepost for me to find a good spirit, to withstand today's polarizations, culture wars, ways of the world, and endless spin that is even corrupting churches. It, when bounded by the guidepost of reality and emotion, points the way out of bad faith to good ones. Centered on the way to the spirit that loves the library, including wordplay and overstatement, which makes the third guidepost to a life well lived be inspiration from the past.
So we have to not fall into religion or science and just stay balanced to find the way.
And so you mean the Bible is another guidepost to help me be good?
It is. It is. We need them both. It's and so what that says is inspiration is no weapon, no word of God in my pocket to win arguments, but a pointer to look within so I can grow into who I am meant to be. On our spiritual journey is about us. So, are you open to ancient words lighting a spark within you, your life illuminating the way to bridge yourself to a spirit
Ready?
for your final moment on your last day? Inspiration, fully unknowable inspiration, is the third guidepost.